Right, here again. Second night. Hope you've gotten used to your job by now, pressing buttons on a phone. You'll have trouble finding a job that actually requires you to be on one of those. Anyway, I expect efficient use of that phone, Kip. Oh, and I'll let you know now, don't start slacking off. I'm paying attention. After your first week is done, I'll be doing a review of your progress to see if you are fit to continue or not. If you do your job especially well, I might even give you a bonus. But I guess there isn't even that much for you to do. I know I haven't given you much to work with just yet, as this is just the test run. But there is something for you to do in case you get bored, I suppose. Since, well, I'm not going to treat you like those robots behind you. So we're entering the winter time. I imagine you'll be working just next week, so it's going to get pretty darn cold for you. And I'm sure you've already noticed this from yesterday. I don't know. I have given you access to the ventilation system, which means you should be able to turn on the heating grid once in a while to warm up the place. They'll stay on for about a minute probably, but that's long enough, right? Bear in mind the vents go around the perimeter of the building, so I'm sure you'll figure it out. Well, that should keep you entertained. God, I hope you're as easily pleased as I am. That's all for tonight. Oh, wait, now it's your time to talk. Here you go. Ah yes, it does look kind of weird, doesn't it? Well, as with all of the other systems in the building, I designed those heaters myself. They're just very thick laser beams going from one face of the vent to the other. You should be able to see a square rim around the vent sections with a light that switches between red and green. That rim is what keeps the lasers stable. When they're on, the lasers heat up the air that's constantly going around the vent system. Keeps almost every human-occupied room in the location warm. Well, except my office. Speaking of which, can you see where it is? If you think it's in one of those cameras, well, you're wrong. I'd hate being recorded all day. You can guess how much work I do in there, and being on camera would only interrupt that. I think it's the only room that isn't surveyed. Oh, and the bathrooms aren't either, of course. If you still can't see my office, and you really want to know where it is, just look to your left. The door's right there next to Pop Go's stage. That's about it. Try out the heating, and I'll see you tomorrow. a mistake in my previous message, which was yesterday's main recording for you. I said that the heaters in the vents stayed on for a minute when you turned them on. In reality, I made it closer to like 9 seconds or something, so sorry about that. Not a huge mistake, but I should own up to it anyway. It's one of the only things I haven't got written down. I should actually make a note of it now, I suppose. I'm kind of tired right now. I've been doing all these calls in one take, so I've just noticed it. Such a huge difference, too. 1 minute should be 10 seconds. Jeez, I'm an idiot sometimes. Hey, now that you've been here for 2 nights, correct? Beginning your 3rd one now, yes? Tell me, what do you think about the place? The pizzeria, I mean. It's real special. Let me tell you, during the day you can really feel it. The fantasy, the fun, the safety, you know? Kids can run down the halls and be greeted by the characters. They gather around and sing with them on the stage. They build and print out these figurines like posable toys. And of course they get to paint them, coat them in a binding agent, etc. Makes them feel grown up. Makes them feel special, you know? I remember this kid one day. Totally heartwarming. There was this kid. He was running around and somehow managed to open one of the locked rooms. The server room, I think it was. And he started messing around in there. Well, I was in my office, like always, and I see this kid on the camera. I start to get a little worried. Here we go again, I'm saying to myself. And I was about to go get him sorted out myself, but right then, as I'm taking my jacket off, Blake, that badger character to your left, gets in the room with the kid and starts to play a little game using the server room's monitor. Have you know the game Simon Says? Well, it was like that. He just turned it. Hold on now. I'll sort the rest out later. I'll leave this message here. The options should be up for you now. Sorry about this. Yes, the story. Sorry about before. I had to take care of something. Well, I don't exactly remember where I left off, but the kid ended up liking Blake quite a lot. The rest of the day, he just kept pressing his call button, the yellow one to the left of the monitors, to get him to come closer and play their game. It's moments like those that can make you smile, you know? Getting to use these characters to make people as happy as they've made me. It's really something. At least, I hope you feel the same way. I know you aren't here during the day, so I suppose you'll have to take my word for it when I say it's great. And the kid I mentioned has been a loyal customer since. Though I don't really like using that word. See you tomorrow.